So we're here at Montezuma Pass trailhead. We're gonna catch on to section 1 of the AZT. This is where the AZT starts. It's actually behind us over there. If you look real close, you can see the border wall, which just runs on forever in that direction. And then that direction as well. It's just a fence running across the field. So we're gonna head into that mountain range there. We got about 20 miles till we get back to Parker Canyon Lake. And yeah, let's do this thing. All right, so we are 1.5 miles in on section 1 of the AZT. Pretty cool day. Got quite a few clouds, so not too hot. It's been all uphill to start, and I think we're gonna continue like that for the next 3 or 4 miles. Take the Miller Creek Trail, or Miller Peak Trail, and do a little summit action. As long as the clouds stay, don't need no sunscreen. Pretty nice. That's what we're looking at mostly. So we just found the entrance to the realm of the dead right here. That's not spooky at all. Check that out. Man, that goes back there. Like, it takes a right turn and keeps going, man. Somebody was doing some serious digging up here. Yeah, that's super crazy cool. So right there is where we started. There's my truck. Hi, truck. Everyone say hi, truck.
Hi, truck.
Hi, truck. Bye, truck.
Hi, truck.
Okay, we're gonna go this way now. Cave number 3. So Green, at the 2-mile mark, is like, oh, I think I messed up, guys. I left my phone sitting on your truck. After a short conversation, we decided that I could probably get there and back the quickest. I don't mind. But I just jogged 2 miles back to the truck. I was making good time, 9.5-minute miles on the trail. Now I'm heading back, which is all uphill. And that sucks. So they're just sitting on the trail waiting. Oh, and there's this phone. It was sitting on the truck. So, you know, I get an extra 4 miles for the day. Mostly jogging. So there's my cardio. When I get back, I'm gonna have a snack. And we were gonna go to Miller Peak, but I think I'll have the final say on whether that happens or not. So, little known fact about the mountains around Tucson, filled with dragons. So they have to put these grates here to cover up the caves where the dragons fly out at night. Bet you didn't know that. Tarantula. You may be asking yourself, have you actually seen any dragons? And while the answer obviously would be no, but I think, you know, that just speaks to the quality of dragon management that the Tucson Forest Service and the park rangers here have managed to achieve. But it's kind of like seeing a bear from a distance, I think would be the best way to interact with southwestern dragons. up here in the Alpine section, we all had to put the cold weather gear on. It was pretty breezy at the top. We are at -4, 6 miles for the day. We're about to hit our water source, the bathtub spring, which I hear is actually a bathtub. But yeah, 6 miles for the day. It was like all uphill. We got some time to make up. We gotta knock out another 4 or 5 miles before setting up camp, and we only got not a lot of time to do it in. Seen some snow on the trail, some ice, so that's been kind of cool. Me and the boys are cruising, gonna go fill up and then go find somewhere to camp. As always, water is a welcome sight in the Arizona wilderness. So here we are, coming up on Bathtub Spring. Oh, and it is running. That is some beautiful water. Look at that. Crystal clear and scrumdiddlyocious. Guess I'll take a bath. All right, so it's the morning of day 2. Last night we got into our camp a little late to take some video. It was pretty dark by the time our tents were set up, but we found a sweet little spot. There's the trail behind me, right there, and right off the trail, we found this. We took all 3 tents, had a little fireplace, plenty of wood. So we're gonna drown our fire. See where the tents were. Jeremy's finishing up, and the trail heads off that way. So we're like, I don't know, our next meaningful point on the AZT is Sunnyside Canyon Trail Junction. And once we hit that, I think we got about 2 miles on this ridge. We're gonna hit some switchbacks dropping through the valley. And then it's like an 8-mile straight shot through the valley back to Parker Canyon. So sun's out, it's warming up. It's gonna be a good day. So there, that's our lake. That's where we're headed today. Just jump and land in it right now. Call it good. Really pretty trail this morning though. The sun filtering through. Super cool.
So we're getting off the crest?
Yeah. Goodbye crest trail number 103.
Oh, I took.
So we just passed like a little weird trail that would take you to some old mine. It's pretty cool. We're like in the middle of nowhere though, so I always wonder like, who are these dudes who grabbed like a mule and like, I don't know, what do you take mining? Like a pick and axe, I don't know, 50 pounds of salt pork. Like, and then head up this mountain. And then like, you get like all the way there and you're like, I'm gonna get all this copper and I'm gonna be super rich. And I'm thinking like, how the hell are you gonna get it out of here? Doesn't even make sense. And then like Jeremy dies of dysentery. And you're like, well, you gotta scratch the whole thing now. So, mad respect to those miners.
This is where the army sets up their base for...
That's right. And then they just throw grenades from that hole to that hole over there at each other. Well, thanks to Tara K for giving us free water, and it is after October 26th.
Yes, it is.
It is
So-
November 13th.
This is right at the wilderness. Oh, right here. Miller Peak Wilderness, Coronado National Forest trailhead. So 7 miles on the day, 3 hours in. That's a pretty good pace, if you ask me. Pretty darn good. We were on top of that mountain range behind me this morning. That's where we woke up. It looks pretty rusty. Hello! So we've been walking down this, it's like a service road for something. A lot of cow poop, a lot of cow tracks. There was a black, it was like an 1.5-inch plastic hose that went from the windmill until about 2.5 miles ago. I don't know who in the hell ran a black plastic hose 2.5 miles through this terrain, but it was buried a good foot under this damn road for most of it. I even saw it bolted up on a granite wall at one point. Pretty serious stuff, that guy. I bet he was really damn proud of his hose. I bet if he could see the state of his hose right now, he would be not a happy camper. I bet his kids sold the property and booked it to Phoenix to become artists or something stupid instead of staying here and maintaining their granddaddy's hose. I would have done it. That's how Granddaddy did it. Pretty sandy road. Gotta keep watching out for cow poos. That's why I'm drunk swerving. I think we got 2 miles on the dot and we done. Make sure you don't do what you're about to do. Come through and then close it. Look, it's the hose. This thing has been going, holy crap, like 3.5 miles. It's got to go all the way to Parker Canyon Lake. Like, the dude who put this hose in the ground has my utmost respect. I can't even imagine. I can't even get my kid to do the dishes without complaining. Can you imagine trying to get him to run 3.5 miles of like this size black hose from a lake to a windmill in the middle of nowhere? That's incredible. Incredible. So we started on the other side of that, went all the way up that ridge line, came all the way down and ended up over by that horse trailer. But victory. Now we're just gotta find the damn Subaru. All right, that's it. Mexico border, Parker Canyon. Did 13 miles today, and it was 9.5 miles yesterday, so that's 22. I got to do an extra 4 to get Green's phone, so I did 26, but first 22 miles of the Arizona Trail. Sections, all of section 1 basically. And now we're here at the beautiful lake. Those are my tents and that is my view. And I'm gonna sit and have a beer and relax until Sunday.